Hey guys, welcome to next lecture. I am Hassam from UTech and you are learning JavaScript. So let's start with our topic. Okay, in this lecture we will be discussing and working with the loops, and loops can execute a block of code a number of times. They loop through something, the bunch of code we have to provide them, the logic we have to provide them. They loop between that block of code. So open your code editor and let's do some practical. Okay, there are different types of loop. We will discuss everyone. So it start with the for loop. So let's start with the for loop. For, this is how you have to write this. So after starting with the for loop, inside this first bracket we have to put our parameters like the first parameter will be a variable we have to set. Second parameter is a condition we want to apply, and the last one is increment. So first what we have to do, we have to set a variable. So let's say var I is equal to 0 separated by a semicolon, and then the second is condition, and we want condition like I is less than 10. Okay, and the last one is increment, how much increment we want. So let's say I plus plus, it means add the 1 with the every value of 0. So inside this curly braces we have to write what will happen when this I loop through this number in this condition. We will do a console log. And what is console log? Console log is same as what we have done before, an alert. It's another way of doing an alert and checking your statement in the browser, and I will show you this. Go to your Chrome, press F12, and this will open your console here. This is your console. So how can we use the console log? Let me show you an example first. Console.log, it's like an alert. Inside this let's write hello world. Reload your browser and you can see we got the hello world. So we got the hello world here. So this is how console log work. It's same as the alert system. We will use the console log here. Console.log. What we want I variable. Save and reload. And now you can see we got the values here from starting with the 1. So 0, the first over variable 0, and that it keep looping until it reaches the 9, which is less than I, our condition. So when this condition is going to be true, this will stop here, because if this will start with the 10, we said here less than 10, so this condition will not be true, so it stops at 9. If we want to display 10 also, we will put a equal sign here. Save, reload. Now what is this? I is less than and equal to 10, so this 10 will also display here. And if we want to add a text with it, we can also do this. My favorite number is, save, reload the page, and you can see we got the text also. It will keep looping through till this condition is true. We can add 25 here. Save, reload. This will loop through 25 from 0. This will go from 0 to 25 and keep looping through this. So this is with the for loop, and the next is while loop. For the while loop we have to define a variable outside of the loop. Suppose we say I is equal to 0, then while loop. Here just we will define the condition like I is less than 10. curly braces, inside this braces, so console log I, same as above. Now here we will put the increment. Increment will become here, because in this while loop we don't have to put the increment inside the above bracket, so we put the I here. Save, reload, and we got the same result. And again, if you want to display a 10 also, put the equal sign here. Save, reload, we get the same result. So this is how while loops work. And the last one is for each. For each basically works with the arrays system, mostly with array. So let's define an array first. Variable numbers is equal to like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is an array. Okay, and after defining an array, start with the numbers dot for each brackets, and inside this bracket type of function with the number, and here curly braces. Here we will type the console.log, and here will come the number without the s. Save, reload the browser, and we got our array 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is our array here we have displayed here. So remember one thing with for each, when you define a for each with the arrays should be a plural with the s. So when you define numbers here in the for each function, remove the s. Okay, so it will select numbers as a number, and inside this function when you console log put this number, this will not execute this will execute and work with this. So put this simple number here and it will run your code. And this is how for each loop works. We can also use a for with it. Let me show you for loop. So working with the for with the array is the process. For variable I is equal to 0, this is condition. Put the semicolon, again I is less than, and what we will say here, numbers, and what we will count there, length, right? Semicolon again, and I plus plus, and this is increment, curly braces, come here, console.log numbers, and here we will use the square bracket. I save, reload, and we get the same result. And what we have done here with the for loop, we set the variable, we set the condition, and in this condition we use this array name with the length, and you know this length function, this count the number inside this, and we incremented it with +1. So what it will do, this it will set the variable is equal to 4, and this will keep adding the length. So this will count the length 1, number 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, value 5 until the last value. And in this way you have done this, used this array as a dynamic. PHP conditionals. And what is conditional? Conditional is like if this then that, means if this is true then do that, simple as this. So how can we use the conditionals in JavaScript? Let me show you. First of all, there are 3 kinds of conditionals. We have if else, and switch conditionals. So let's start with the if condition, first condition. So this is how we write the if condition, and inside this small bracket there will be a condition, and we say 1 is equal to 1, and then console.log this is true. Save, reload, and we have a result. This is true because this one number is equal to 1. So first of all, you will ask me why we have two equal sign. In programming, in any programming language, one equal sign means assigning a value to left. So what is double equal sign to? This means literally means equal, that we are expecting from a single equal. There is also a triple equal. In this equal, it says it should be equal with the data type and data value too, means if 1 is equal to 1 and also 1, and if we say 1 is equal to 1, this will not be true because we are asking the equal of the type and the data type also. So let's try this in the here. If we say true, save, reload, it says nothing because we don't have a else statement. So we only have if this is true, then do this. And if you want a else here, like else, in the else we say console.log this is not true. Save, reload, and we will see this is not true because 1 is not equal to 2. We can work with the variable here also. Suppose we have a variable var 1 is equal to 3 and variable var 2 is equal to 3 also. So what we will say here, variable 1 is equal to variable 2. Save, reload, this is true because variable 1 is equal to variable 2. And one more thing we can do here is and variable 1 is equal to variable 2 and variable 1 is also equal to 3. Save and reload, this is true because variable 1 is equal to variable 2 and also a variable 1 is equal to 3. So when you put the and sign here, this is the and sign. So it will check the first condition and also the second condition. Both conditions should be true, then it will execute the if statement. And if we say here true, save, reload, this is not true because condition 1 is not true and condition also is also not true. And if we say 3 here and 2 here, what is now? The condition, second condition is true but the first condition is not true. This will also say this is not true because both of the conditions should be true. And suppose if you want only check the one condition, so we put this sign here, this means or. Okay, so it will check the first condition. If it's true or false, then it will check the second condition, and it's not important that both of the conditions should be true. It will, if any condition will be true, he will execute this code, and both of the condition is not true, then he will execute this code. Let me show you. Save, reload, this is true because this first condition, this second condition is true and this condition is not true, still it's executing this code. If we make both condition false, put the 6 any other numeric here, save, reload, this is not true. So this condition is not true and this condition is not true, and only in this case he will execute the else statement. So, and this is how else and if works. And the last condition is switch. Okay, so last one is switch. What is switch? Switch is same as if else statement. Suppose we have more than 2 conditions or 5 conditions. In that case, if else statement become little complicated. The proper way of making a conditional is switch. So let's start with the switch. We say variable fruit is equal to apple. Okay, this is a simple variable. Switch start with like this, and inside this put the variable name. Here the opening and closing curly brackets, and after these curly brackets put the case and define the case. Suppose if we say apple, this case is true, so alert. Inside the alert put the statement, your favorite fruit is apple, semicolon, break here. So what is this actually going on? We defined a fruit as a variable, here apple, its value is apple, alright, and then we started the variable switch with the fruit, and we are telling the JavaScript that if the case is apple, which is this true case, then alert this value and don't go further. So it will not go further, function will break here. But what if the case is wrong, like this, it's a banana, this will not break here because condition is not true. So we define one more case here, banana, alert. Let me copy paste this. It will be okay. This is banana, this is orange, in the which the last function is default. It's like a else. In default, if all of the above conditions are false, so it will execute the default code. So default alert, we don't know your favorite fruit, semicolon, and break here. Save and refresh the browser. Refresh the browser. We don't know your favorite fruit, but it's a banana. Let me put in a small case. Save and refresh again. Your favorite fruit is banana because the value of this fruit is banana and this case is true. So when this case is true, it will execute this statement and break the function here. And if it's orange, save, refresh the browser. Your favorite fruit is orange. Because this condition is true, it will execute this code and it will break here. Grabs, save and reload. We don't know your favorite fruit. So what this switch function actually do? It will match the case, and if it's not true, it will go further. It will match the case again. It's not true, it will go to further. If any case is true, it will execute the code in alert and it will break the function. And if any case is not true, it will keep going until it will touch the default value. So this is how conditionals works in JavaScript. So practice this conditionals and loops, and if you have any question, post it in the comment section, and I will see you in the next lecture. Have a nice day.